Greetings, bienvenue, welcome in, and howdy.
There it is.
And welcome back to another episode of the First Time Film Club. My name is Emily, the titular first timer. This is Matthew, my husband, Cinema Sherpa, and today, instead of a viewer submitted title, I actually came up with one, which I think is appropriate considering what we're going to be watching today.
How dare you?
Calm your tits. Matthew is my my motion picture mentat. And for those of you who are joining us for the first time, we are watching our way through a very long list of movies that I've never seen but that Matthew has, i.e. Cinema Sherpa. So, that's the goal of this series, but specifically today, Matthew, what are we watching?
Sorry, it's just having a little internal monologue there.
Oh.
Today we were watching the 1984 sci-fi adventure Dune. And you actually specifically asked if we could watch this one because the new Dune movie is coming out. And I was showing your trailer because I was super excited about it. And you want to know about it, so you read the book.
I've read it 2 times now in preparation, so.
You read that, and then, so you said you wanted to watch the 84 version now, because it was on the list, and it's relevant right now, because, I mean, it's always relevant. Dune is always relevant.
It must flow.
Yes.
Sorry.
Anyway, real quick, sorry. Speaking of being interested in it and wanting to know more about it before the new movie comes out, if anybody else is interested in it and wants to know more about it, first I would suggest reading the book.
Real good. Real good.
But if you don't want to read the book, because it is kind of
it's a chonker.
It's more of an undertaking. There's a YouTube channel I'm subscribed to called Quinn's Ideas.
Oh yeah.
Who does a lot of videos about Dune and the breakdown. Like he has like short format that does like 5-minute videos that give you a breakdown of like the overview of it, and then he has like longer format videos that really dive into like the world building, the mythos, characters, all the books. So if you would rather, not read the book, some people don't like reading, and you'd rather watch video, then I would highly suggest going and checking out his channel. I'll
put a link in I can never remember what corner it is. Anyways, there'll be a link up here because that dude's really cool and he does really in-depth stuff.
Yeah, sorry, I just wanted to.
Yeah,
that's before I forgot, because I probably will. My brain's dumb. Anyway, yeah, sorry. So we're watching Dune.
Yeah.
And as per usual, I don't give you anything other than the name and the title. Mm-hmm. You know about Dune, like the story. But what do you know about the movie? When you tell everybody what you know about the movie, then we watch it and then we review it and talk about it.
So I do know one really important thing about this movie, and that is that Sting is in it and he wears a Speedo. So there's that.
Okay.
First and foremost. Otherwise, I know it's David Lynch, and I don't know that I've watched any other David Lynch movies.
Eraserhead?
No.
Twin Peaks?
No.
Okay. Just gonna say no. Surprise, surprise.
Shocked, I know. But I get the sense that he's kind of like a wild and crazy director. Like, it's maybe not super conventional, his style, so I'm interested to see what that looks like. Otherwise, I really don't know. I've heard... Okay, so here's the deal. I've heard people say that it's not the best movie ever, but for some reason, I just like pulling up the video, the movie. I just saw the cover art, and maybe it's just because I like the book so much, but I predict that I'm gonna like this movie. That's the way I feel about it. We will see if that feeling holds up.
Yep. I will not comment on that. I will just let you watch the movie and we will see.
It's got Sting in it. How could it be bad?
I was trying to find a way to work out Roxanne into like it can, or something, but it just doesn't work.
I love you for trying.
There's a joke in there somewhere,
and I appreciate that.
I'm just terrible at it.
That's what marriage is for: is working out those jokes together, killing it over here.
Anyway,
but yeah, that's about all I know.
You ready to watch the movie then?
Yeah, man, super ready.
All right. Last real quick thing. You will see me on my phone during the movie, and that is because I'm taking notes of things I want to talk about, because as I said before, brain don't work so good, and sometimes I forget things. Yeah.
Also, brain don't work so good. This is not a Patreon poll winner, because I didn't put out a poll because I wanted to choose, but it will be a full-length reaction, so if you want to see the whole kit and caboodle, check out the link to our Patreon in the description below. And that's my only rest of my spiel.
Oh, yeah, I think we rambled enough.
Yeah, we done good.
Let's watch this movie.
Let's do it.
The planet is Arrakis, also known as Dune.
Okay. So far, so good. Want to know where they shot this? You know what?
I think it was in Mexico. I think. Could totally be wrong.
Toto! Oh shit! It's a bold move. I like it.
Maybe it was shot in Africa. No, just
because you know the rains.
Yep.
Is the song. I got there.
Planet Gedi Prime, home of House Harkonnen. Planet Titan. The spice must flow.
Don't like the way he said Harkonnen, but okay.
Harkonnen.
Like, okay. So far visually, this is kind of matching up with what I had in my brain, which is always pretty cool. Oh, that's a baller floor. I like that. Puppies! All these years in the future, we still got bulldogs? Doubtful. Mm-mm. Gross.
House Atreides, House Harkonnen feuding. I see you behind it. You must share with us.
Oh no. There's like... What y'all doing? What's that? Y'all mopping? Ugh.
They shot back.
Shot back.
Must have a look at Paul Atreides on Caladan.
Also, put a little more Atreides in my... But that's just my brain, so...
Weather. See storms. No precipitation.
Hot as hell. Uh-oh. Oh, you. Bitch! Patrick Stewart.
My man.
I'm sorry, Gurney. Not sorry enough.
Oh. Okay. Interesting.
Guard yourself from truth.
I don't love this. It's like Minecraft or something. What? I feel like maybe some changes were made. I was searching my memory real hard, and I don't recall anything like that.
Father, thank you for joining me, Paul.
You better soak up all that rain while you can, Bubba. Shit. Gonna get the gum jabbar out. Look out, y'all.
This is the Reverend Mother Gaius Helen Mohim. She is going to observe you.
Mohayim, but go on. Sorry.
You gotta get over these pronunciations.
The
voice.
She hit him with the thumb. You don't know about that. You ain't played Skyrim.
Not yet.
Burning. Heat upon heat upon heat. Silence! Silence!
I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer.
The hair is on point, babe.
My son.
So far, like, the costume design is... I'm about it.
It is by will alone I set my mind in motion. It is by the juice of Safu that thoughts acquire speed, the lips acquire stains, the stains become a warning. It is by will alone I set my mind in motion.
So that's pretty much how I saw Piter in my head. Minus the eyebrows. I wasn't ready for the eyebrows. I don't think anybody's ready for those eyebrows. Dislike. I don't. No.
Then Vladimir Harkonnen, who encompasses his doom.
Don't. I don't recall. Like, I know he did some f***ed up stuff regarding young dudes, specifically that looked like Fade Routha, which is an extra level of f***ed up. But I don't remember that. Don't remember them having a dog, but okay, there he is. No. He's like puking and Putin space plasma. I don't know. Like, I don't remember the book putting this much emphasis into the trap. Maybe I skimmed over it. I feel like they didn't elaborate this much on the travel portion of it.
But then again, in film,
to
be able to see the process of folding space and travel,
you're right,
visualized.
All things considered, apart from the vomiting and the farting, that was neat looking, kind of trippy.
My lord, I suspect an incredible secret has been kept on this planet.
Do you know where you know the Duke from yet?
Is he like in a Bible movie?
Oh, he was in a movie we watched before on our channel.
Hey, just say it.
Beverly Hills Cop 2. Bad guy. Main villain. He's clean shaven.
Oh. Is that Kynes?
Do you recognize who that is?
So you are Dr. Kynes, the judge of the change.
And the Imperial Ecologist.
Oh, yeah! Esbern.
What?
It's the voice actor.
You know him as a voice actor from Skyrim, because that's what you played the most.
Yeah.
He was also in Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah.
He's also a three-eyed raven.
Yeah.
Your suit is fitted desert fashion. Who told you how to do that?
Oh, I'm so glad they
No
kept
one.
this.
It seemed the proper way.
That it is.
Ye shall know your ways, as if born to them.
So I think great casting choice. So far, like, the only person that I'm like, is the Baron. Like, I'm just pretty happy right now. Oh, good. They did it. Okay.
Hunter-seeker.
Oh, that's cool. What are they going to cut out? Because there's so much left. Like...
Yui. Why? I wish to kill a man. When you see the Baron, you'll have a new poison gas tooth. Because in return, I'll save the lives of your Paul and Jessica.
Damn. It's real quick dental work in the hallway. Don't worry about it.
That score. So good. Love it.
Mm-hmm. He's got the dog.
I knew who would save him.
You know.
I want to spit once on your head. Just some spittle in your face.
No! Ah! Got him.
It ain't that easy to take out Duncan. Or maybe it is.
Wait.
Leader Atreides.
Later, go on.
Come closer, Baron.
Leto, he's dead! No! Baron!
I know.
Alright, not the best acting, but okay.
Hurry! This crash might bring a worm.
Might? Babe, come on. I gotta make some notes. It's a big old graboid. Dude, I kind of don't love what they did with Jessica here, but I get it. It's easier to have one main person, you know. Paul is like the person. They made Jessica kind of a fucking goober compared to the book.
I was gonna say like more of a secondary character, you know.
Yeah,
but,
and
yeah,
like
sure, goober.
and certainly not as intelligent or like as strong as she seemed in the book.
I will take the boy man. He shall have sanctuary in my tribe. She has the weirding way. As the leader of my people, I give you my bond. Teach us this weirding way, and you both shall have sanctuary.
Wow. They really rushed this. Oh no. Oh no! What the f*** and why?
Cow?
Okay. The scene has been redeemed.
Lovely fate.
Hated it in the book, hated it here.
Water of life caused the premature birth of Jessica's daughter, Alia. Alia was born with all the knowledge and powers of a reverend mother.
That was, oh god, that's just such an important scene, and it was just like 43 seconds.
Oof is one of the finest mentets in the universe, and he's mine, Fade.
Oh no, what is that? Why is that?
A poison has been introduced into your body through Fahawa. By milking this smooth little cat body, you receive your antidote.
What the f***? That was not in the book. They took some liberties.
Talking about the
cat.
With the rat taped to it?
Specifically that. What the damn hell? I'm gonna put that in my notes.
More deep. More deep. More deep. More deep.
Oh. Gotta turn the safety on.
My name is a killing word.
Power word kill.
Power word kill. Rolled a nat 20 on persuading that Joker to blow up. Oh. Kind of fat guitar riff there. Okay.
Yes.
All right. All right. Say. They said the thing.
What'd they say?
Gurney man. I don't know why that. I always love that.
I have to drink the water of life. The sleeper has awakened! A storm is coming, our storm. And when it arrives, it will shake the universe. Long live the fighters!
Movie Paul doesn't seem too concerned about the power he's wielding. He seems pretty A-okay with it.
Bring in that floating fat man.
Yeah, I love that line.
Like, I know he wears the suspensors or whatever, but like, this whole high levitation. Woo!
With a storm, their air power will be useless. On Arrakis, it's desert power.
Glad they used that line. Desert power. Don't love that Gurney's got a mullet, but okay.
What are you talking about? That's amazing. Wrong.
Wrong. Just wrong. Oh no. The worm. It's an Alaskan bullworm.
I was waiting for that.
The modules. I just don't know about all that. Oh. Oh. Well, that was different. Like, Jessica, maybe take a step back, damn. I mean, I know your skirts is perfectly aligned, but... I'm sorry, Sting. Unnecessary, but okay.
Muad'Dib had become the hand of God, fulfilling the Fremen prophecy. Where there was war, Muad'Dib would now bring peace. Where there was hatred, Muad'Dib would bring love. To lead the people to true freedom and to change the face of Arrakis.
What?
God created Arrakis to train the faithful. One cannot go against the word of God.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. You leaned into that real hard, huh? What?
For he is the Kwisatz Haderach.
Huh. Well, shit.
So, that was Dune. And I'm very excited to hear your thoughts. Your overall thoughts on this movie, because I've loved the book, watched the movie. You've just finished reading the book very recently, so it's fresh on your mind. So I'm very interested to hear what you thought of it.
So, I will say that I do, first off, I understand that to attempt to condense a big old honking book like this into less than 3 hours of a movie is an intense undertaking, a grandiose attempt, I would say, certainly.
Yep.
Which I think is probably the biggest issue that I have with it. I don't think it should have been condensed into one movie. I think that the book itself has a very established kind of midpoint, which would work well for breaking it into like two different movies. But I understand, like, yeah, alright, David Lynch did the one movie, that's fine, done. I think that...
That's a note I have here is the story is just so massive and
the world building itself almost takes a whole movie to establish.
Yeah, there's so much. What's the word I'm looking for? It's so sprawling and epic and not immersive or intense. It's just a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of characters, a lot of houses, a lot of world building, a lot of story building.
And it's done so well in the book specifically
that it's hard to adapt it into a movie.
Yeah.
Which is one of the reasons I'm kind of more excited about the new version, because I know it's being broken into 2 movies.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that'll
give more.
We'll see. Time will tell.
Yeah, we'll see. But so I'd say that's probably the biggest thing that I had was like, because I appreciate so much of that world building, the story behind the story, that I felt like certain things, it's inevitable that they'll have to be breezed over or just kind of, glossed by.
Yeah, most of the time you turn a book into a movie, you can't put everything in.
Yeah.
And especially with one like this, it's so large, you can't. You're especially not going to be able to fit it into one movie.
Yeah.
But that's understandable.
I understand that. I do. But in the same breath, like, it did bum me out that certain things obviously didn't get their due, and that other things were added. Like, I love animals, but I don't understand the purpose of the dogs. Guess they were just there. Why not?
Whatever.
But
Gurney charging with a dog.
I was like,
I like it.
all right. Okay then.
I'm gonna take this pug into battle.
Yeah.
Get out of my way.
This is my battle pug. God, I wanna.
That's a comic idea. Battle pugs.
Battle pugs.
Yeah, you took some notes. So
I
if you need
did.
to
I
refer
took
to
some
things.
notes. I'm just trying to like overall impression before I got to my specifics. I will say overall, I enjoyed the movie. I would watch it again. It's some of the CG or just, I don't even know if there was a whole lot. Was
just visual effects.
Visual effects. That's it. Thank you. Were a skewed dated. But
yeah, that's another note I have here. Visual effects were hit and miss for me. Like, some of them looked great,
and some
even,
of them,
because I mean, at this time,
the
I think there was
explosions.
I mean, this was 84,
Mm-hmm.
so I think there was. Oh Lord, I'm gonna catch a lot of shit for this. Were the first 2 Star Wars movies out? Yeah, A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back.
Thinking that, like,
I know A New Hope was, but I can't remember. Anyway, like, there were special effects at that time that were being done that were very well.
Yeah.
And this one, like I said, is very hit and miss for me. Some were awesome looking, and then there's others that were very, like, whenever he was going up the worm, you started laughing
immediately came out of the whole scene. I was like, oh no.
because it was very, so
yeah, they were all 3 out. 83.
Yeah, that's right, because, side note, David Lynch turned down Return of the Jedi.
Really?
For Dune.
Interesting. I'm curious to see what his
I should have known
like.
that. Just give me all the shit in the comments.
I
I should have
mean,
known that.
It's okay. I rubbed off on you.
No, I've seen a lot of movies, and I know, like, I have all kinds of, like, useless trivia bits running in my head, and sometimes I just, I remember a little about a lot of things.
Yeah. Every Mentat has an error percentage. So,
Sure.
Overall, I think the casting was pretty spot on, pretty well done. Visually, the set design, the costumes, like, I was on board with it, man. That was a lot of what I saw. Like, I was like, this is kind of what I saw in my head as I'm like reading things.
Yeah.
Some of the acting was.
It was also hit and miss.
It was also hit and miss, yeah. Patrick Stewart can do no wrong. So
see that, man. So, like, when I read the book, I I think it was like junior or senior year of high school.
Mm-hmm.
So it was way back when. This is like late 90s, early 2000s when I read it. Probably like 2000, 2001 when I read it. And so after I read it, I went back and was going to watch the movie, and I saw that Patrick Stewart was playing Gurney.
Mm-hmm.
And I've only known, at that point, Patrick Stewart as Picard.
Yeah.
So I couldn't see it.
Not.
I was like, really?
What?
But I was wrong. I think he did a fine job.
In my mind, like, I loved Patrick Stewart
For the amount,
once
like
I saw it.
Yeah, for the amount they like had him in there, like
Yeah.
he did great with the time he was given on screen.
I will say that he was not who I would have cast. I loved it, and I was glad he was in there just because, Patrick Stewart. But, like, I always saw Gurney as a lot more kind of rough and tumble kind of bard, warrior situation.
A more grizzled soldier.
Yeah, much more grizzled kind of situation. But, again, it's Patrick Stewart. I'm about it. There were a couple that I didn't. Well, really, one main person, and that was the Baron. So
yeah, it was the.
I'm trying to be fair and not being like, well, this wasn't exactly like the book. I took my glasses off.
You want to put your glasses back on so you can push them up?
No, they're like there. So this is what I thought of. I was like, the Baron in the book is a lot more of kind of, now he has his outbursts. He's deaf crazy for sure. But his seems like the Baron of the book seems more of a methodical insanity.
Menacing,
yes,
more reserved.
Yes,
like I can see it in his eyes that he's a psychopath.
Crazy. Yeah. Whereas this is a massive book, so you've got a lot of time to build that slow burn of crazy. But because this is a movie and you're trying to establish, your bad guys and your good guys right up front, which I'll talk about that later too. They had to make him super crazy, overbearingly.
Over the top. Yeah, overbearing. I caught it. You happy with yourself?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. So I tried to, like, okay, you got to pump it up for a visual medium. The other thing, so yeah, I didn't love him. I didn't love his whole Spencer situation. It was a little too much. I felt like they could have just done with the levitation, just the slight levitation. Some of the stuff that went down in House Harkonnen was grodier than what I recall from the book. Again, maybe I've just intentionally forgotten some of the grosser things, but the whole boils and thing, I don't remember that. The other thing is, and again, they're trying to establish that, like, it's Paul versus the Harkonnens. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of hate I kind of dislike what they did. I was like, hate's a strong word. What they did to Jessica, because in the book, she was much more like of a very key point in Paul's rise within the Fremen. I mean, without her, they couldn't have taught the weirding.
Yeah, I got that note here too.
Yeah.
Weirding module.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, they took her down a smidge and made her really kind of like, she seemed really weak and hyper emotional. Like
more of a damsel in distress.
Much more of a damsel in distress. Thank you. Yeah. So that bummed me out a little bit, but I also understand the shift of character importance, I guess. Just to try and, like, again, limited amount of time, trying to get some points across.
I'll tell you the thing about her in a second. Go ahead.
I mean, and then it just kind of, I just keep going towards the weirding modules.
Yeah, so I had a note, a couple things that I was not a fan of.
Yeah.
And one of them was the weirding modules.
Yeah.
Like the change of what the weirding way was to modules. Like, I get what they were going for, like the mini Jesuits, they're like that voice.
Mm-hmm.
They basically took like the voice and the weirding, like and put it in, like, made a power of sound and something that could focus it. I get it, but I just wasn't a fan of it.
Yeah. Like, and again, I understand that in the book you've got chapters upon chapters of opportunity to build around what the weirding way is, that it is a way, not a device or a cheat, if you will, kind of, you know.
To me, in my mind, it was always like a martial art, like a fighting style.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not a fan of it, because I know they probably could have done something kind of
montage-esque sort of,
or just like something that was more of a fighting style that was like basically they could have created like a new fighting style that hadn't been seen before, even if it was odd because it's in the future, and that would have been okay.
Yeah. I just saw the modules as I don't know, it just kind of cheapened the weirding way to me a little bit. Again, I get it, but I didn't love it. Okay, so like I feel like there were a few things that if you had to cut some things to make room for other things. First off, all right, the cat rat thing. I don't understand
taped to a cat.
I don't understand the purpose of that at all, other than just to make the audience go, "What the actual?" Because like
these Harkonnens are messed up. Like
because I mean I guess that is the point, but like the book, it was just so much more succinct. It's like, you've been poisoned. We have the antidote. It's being administered to you. If you screw up, we'll just stop administering you the antidote. Like it made so much more sense to me. Bringing that cat rat thing in, I was like, but again, I imagine it was supposed to evoke that visceral response. Congratulations, you done it. But to that, personally, I think that they could have cut Thufir out completely. I think they could have killed him along with Duncan Idaho. They did Duncan wrong.
They did Duncan dirty. Because as I recall from the book, he took like 20 or so enemy soldiers with him before he finally was taken down.
MVP. But like they never used Thufir after that. Like it was never like if you don't have the time to give the character the due, then just don't, I guess. Because I think that the meeting with the Fremen should have had a lot more behind it. Like that's pivotal point in the entire, and they're just like, oh, you got me. We'll teach you the weirding way. Okay, come and be one of our Reverend Mothers and our God boy. Like,
there was a part, was it right before the Harkonnen invasion, or was it during that, when you were thinking, like, I think you looked at the time left on the movie, and you're like, how are they going to do this? There's so much left. And in my mind, I was thinking, it's called rushing.
Yeah.
They're going to rush and cut a lot of stuff.
And they did. There was a lot of build up there in the first third of the movie that I was like, this is cool. I think also, I don't, and you mentioned it, you were like creating that visual aspect of like the pilots and the navigators or whatever, that, you know, folding space and all that jazz. Like, I
love the design of that, and I love the look of them. I love the guild navigators, like set designs, costumes, like creature designs, all that. I'm on board with. Like you were talking about the models and the of the worms and.
Like,
that's what I'm talking about. It's very hit and miss. Like, there's things that I really liked how they looked, and then there's other like visual effects and stuff that were just like,
I was like, oh no.
What happened?
Yeah, but I guess I was just kind of like, you put so much emphasis on like the navigators and the piloting and all you know, the folding, that I felt like that could have been cut some to make way for. I don't know. Like, I just thought that meeting the Fremen in the desert was such a, like, pivotal point of the book. And that it was just like, I want to go back and see, like, that couldn't have been more than, like, a 2-minute scene. Where they were, like, they met, they fought, and decided, yeah, we'll just bring you back to our sietch and you can you can be a part of us. I'm like, what? And then, like, what happened? We never saw what happened to Kynes. Like, 'cause he had such a cool death in the book. But anyway, sorry. Again, I'm so sorry, y'all. I really am trying not to be like, but in your pick. But I constantly am doing that.
Yeah. I'm not trying to, but I'm gonna.
I can't help it. Yeah, it's another rushing thing with Aaliyah. The whole scene with drinking the water of life. Like, when Jessica did that, I was like, oh my God, you barely even scratched the surface. Like, the whole setup basically of them becoming part of the Fremen culture and being accepted, and like that to me is this book. Like
that's one of the things of the book. The other thing I will get into in just a minute.
Yeah, that too. I know what you're talking about. But to get to the jihad of it all, like, they had to become.
Yeah, there was much more time spent with the Fremen, and
so I was bummed.
That relationship between them and Paul and how that.
Yeah, I was just bummed that wasn't explored more. I could almost wish like some of the front part was cut out, like that we sped through some of that.
Yeah.
Then sped through the Fremen encounter. But the big thing at the end.
Oh, hang on.
Sorry, go on. Do your notes.
I'm gonna try to rush through, or try to get through them real quick, because the big thing at the end is also my like main issue with the movie.
Yeah.
David Lynch's original movie, this I think was like more closer to like 4 hours, somewhere between 3 and 4 hours. But the producer of the movie, Dino De Laurentiis, was so involved. He was on set, like he was micromanaging everything, like anything, and like. This isn't David Lynch's fault. I'm just going to go ahead and defend the guy. Like, I would like to see his original vision, because I like other stuff he did. Like I mentioned before, Eraserhead and Twin Peaks. Great. Yeah, you haven't seen that yet. Kyle MacLachlan, Paul. This was his first movie, by the way.
Oh, okay.
He's a main character in Twin Peaks.
Okay.
Anyway, side note. Yeah, the producer was so controlling. I know that David Lynch like wanted to make the movie darker, like literally darker, like on the underground stuff.
Oh.
And everything. Like he wanted to make it more. What's the word I'm looking for?
Less like, illuminated.
Yeah, less like dark and ominous, and like you try to invoke those feelings of kind of like dread when they're underground, something like that. But De Laurentiis did not want that. He told him they had to lighten up, because he was, maybe this is to his credit, De Laurentiis, because he was thinking about home video, and apparently back then, whenever they were transferred to home video, like everything, the like illumination in the movie or the brightness of it would always get like dropped down a tone or two. So he was thinking about the home movie release, and he's like, no, it's got to stay brighter, because it's going to get darker once we put it over there. And maybe it's to his credit, because
I was thinking when they were fighting the Fremen there in the like chasm kind of thing, I was like, damn, it's dark, I can't see nothing.
But to his credit, because when the movie came out theatrically, it was not a success. It was critically panned and everything, but it's one of those that became a cult hit and like sold a lot on home video. So maybe he knew something. I don't know. But the other thing is that David Lynch was not involved in the post-production, editing, or anything. Like the studio did all of that.
Really?
And cut. That's why it went from like somewhere between 3 and 4 hours down to a 2-hour movie. Yeah, I think that's clearly evident. Yeah, so this is also David Lynch's. He says this is the only movie he is not proud that he has made.
Oh.
And he doesn't like to talk about it in interviews. He doesn't like to really discuss it.
I'm sorry.
But so yeah, I like David Lynch. I liked a lot of his projects, so I don't completely blame this on him for the stuff I don't like, because I'm gonna be a little biased. I'm gonna say the stuff I did like was David Lynch's, and stuff I didn't like was because of the studio. This is one of.
Okay.
Yeah, that's me being completely biased, and I'll be honest about that.
I mean, there you go. You love something. You love something.
No, I mean, I don't know which was what, but because there's things I like in the movie and there's things I don't like. It's just with this movie, the things I don't like outweigh the things I did.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
Like, I know you reading the book has probably helped you, like, just be able to pick up the story.
Oh, that was another thought I had. I was like, if you haven't read the book,
like, this is a lot of information being thrown at you.
Yeah, this is.
I read that whenever it was released in theaters, they were literally handing out cheat sheets that gave you like family names and like planets and like bits of story to like
trying to get you.
The actress who played Jessica, she says she went to the premiere. That's the only time she's seen the movie.
Oh no!
And right at the beginning, when it starts off with
Irulan.
Yeah. Her giving that exposition, she's like, "Oh no, this is gonna not be good."
No.
she's like, whenever a movie has to give you that much information right front, it's not a good sign.
To be fair, though, I mean, this is a massive, lore intense book that they're referencing. So I didn't have an issue so much with the initial exposition. I mean, I guess that was me, but
yeah. See, like, I'm pretty sure, like, one of the things I have here is the imagery is good. And I think that's another thing that's from David Lynch, because his imagery is always like this kind of weird, dreamlike, surreal type thing. So I really enjoyed that.
With the folding specifically and like the prescient visions that he was having and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the things. Duncan's death disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did my boy wrong. So wrong. Another thing that, just for me, is never, like, I don't know, it's always been awkward to me or just felt weird. It's just, I made a joke about it in the beginning, and some people probably caught on to that. The internal monologues that were going on.
Oh, yeah, the whisper kind of like, yeah.
Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't, because sometimes while the character's sitting there having this internal thought, like, the other characters are just standing around in the background. So it'd be like in a lot of movies, like, you know, when
change camera
or whenever two
angle
characters are having a conversation and you go into one character's internal thoughts, like through a voiceover, like this character's over here is still talking and their voice fades out and that one fades in. And this one, it was like, you know, one person would say something and then the next character would just be an internal monologue. So in real time, it'd be like, you said something like, "What are we watching today?" And I just sat there. We're gonna be watching Dune.
Oh, that's what that was about. Yeah. Okay, all right. I see now. I thought you were having a stroke.
It was a dumb joke only for myself.
There's a dumb joke that you have to watch all the way through the reaction to this point.
Yep.
To get the punchline.
If you're stuck to this point, just say or like, you know, hashtag dumb joke.
Hashtag dumb joke. I love you so much.
Let's see. Yeah, costumes, set design, great. The score.
Yeah.
I love the score. I love the guitar riffs. Yes. Yeah, great.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My eyes are just having a come apart today.
Yeah, okay. That's most of the notes. And the main thing I want to get into is the ending. The rain sequence.
Okay. So not just the rain, but everything that... okay. Yeah. All right. The rain.
For me, it's just the rain, and I'll say about what I think about that.
So I got questions. I'm sorry. In the book, there is like a continual struggle throughout the book is with Paul trying to find a balance between getting his revenge on the Harkonnens for his family, for freeing the Fremen, for getting back at everything that's happened, and ensuring that his terrible purpose doesn't come to pass. You know, that the jihad does not.
He's always struggling with quote unquote his terrible purpose.
Yes,
and you know.
And that's one of the things that I find very intriguing about it and about Paul's character in general, Whereas in this movie, he didn't seem to have any moral quandaries.
Yeah,
there
he was just
no
on a quest for
question.
vengeance.
It was just...
But go ahead.
And then he just was like, and now I'm God. Let there be rain.
Like, I think I get what whoever did it, and from director, production, studio, whoever made that decision, I think I get it, because he was talking about, the Fremen have to change their face of Arrakis, destroy the spice mining, and like the rain would probably do that.
Oh, well, yeah. For sure.
100%. So that's a way to, like, he fulfilled what he said that they needed to do to destroy them. I get that. What I don't like about it, because my overall thoughts on the book, or like the theme of the book or the point of the book, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I read into it, like the ending of the movie with him becoming like you said, like almost a literal god with like godlike powers to create rain or cause it to rain, basically undercuts like the entire point of the book.
Yeah.
Because in the book, to me, it's more about
having an innate fear of becoming a messiah figure. Like
in the book, it was more he was a chosen one. He was a messiah in people's minds, and their belief in that worship in him was going to lead to a jihad, endless wars.
Yeah.
That blind belief in something and can be dangerous, can lead to wars like that. So basically him causing the rain and actually being a god, it undermines and undercuts the entire like point of the book to me.
Yeah, absolutely. And
again, I could be wrong. Maybe I was
maybe I'm taking it too literally. Maybe the rain was just supposed to be like a metaphor or something, or whatever. But it it hit me definitely. I was like, what?
He was struggling with his, them worshiping him, making him a pedestal, and what that was going to bring about if he continued down that path. And it just, that was the most disappointing thing to me about the movie.
I will agree with that. Yeah. Just because it definitely seems to flip the whole concept or the whole message point or whatever of the book, or at least what I inferred from it on its head.
Like the book to me was about them worshiping him and seeing him as a messiah, but he wasn't one. It wasn't. He was, but he wasn't. Trying to think of how to.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Like,
because I don't.
I mean, it's fear of giving into the Messiah complex himself. Whereas
it's just the Fremen and the people's like belief and worship of him is going to lead to war and the jihad and endless wars, as it was said, and like the dangers in that.
But the book is like fear of terrible purpose, and the movie, the end there is like, it ain't so terrible. Like,
I have the power.
But anyway, what else for you?
Oh, guys? That's it. Just that the ending part there with the rain has always been the most just
unsatisfying,
disappointing.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I'm fine with you changing like aspects of the book or cutting things out, but to me that completely changed the whole idea of the book.
Yeah. No, I'm with you, man.
Like, I've never been a purist. Like, this has to follow the book exactly, but you should at least follow the theme, like the main message of the book. Change things within it's fine, but if you change the entire message of it, then it's like,
Let's rate it, man. Let's do that
you
then,
give
I
me
guess.
your rating, I'll give you mine.
Overall, I'm gonna give this one. If I were to rate it right up until the point just past where he drinks the water of life, I think I would have given it a 6.5. 6.5. But the there at the end, man, that caught me and it bummed me out a lot. I'm gonna give it a 5, just an even 5, because overall I enjoyed it, but it certainly does not hold up to the standard that I have for the book, which again makes me sound like a purist, I guess, but it's that along with its other flaws, 5. It's a 5 for me, which is pretty low on my scale.
Yeah, I would say 5, but it's got to be like a 4.9 because, like I said, the things that I like about the movie are outweighed by the things I don't like about the movie. So it's like a 4.5 for me.
Okay.
Like costume design, set designs, score, casting, all great. But if it wasn't us doing this, I wouldn't sit down and watch the whole thing again.
Yeah.
Like there are bits and pieces of it that I'll watch. Like if there's like a YouTube video of the best bits or clips, like I would watch that because there are things I like about it. But the whole movie as a whole is not my favorite. Yeah,
I would probably watch up until when he sees Gurney again, and then I'd skip to the end.
Gurney
as
man.
in done.
Gurney man.
Gurney man.
Now we need to go watch Jodorowsky's Dune. There's a documentary. There's another director who was going to try to take this on earlier, like back in the 70s. And that if anybody's interested in Dune and likes the movies, likes the books or anything, if you haven't seen that documentary, I would also recommend watching that. Again, I would also recommend going to Quinn's Ideas on YouTube if you want some like video breakdowns of the movie and the lore. He does a really good job.
Well, anything else, Guy?
No, I think that's it.
I'm glad that we watched this. I thank you for watching with me, and I thank you all for watching along with us. Let us know. Make sure, if you don't mind, leave a like, comment. Let us know what are some of your favorite parts, what are some of your least favorite parts. What are your thoughts on the end? Like, was it meant to be kind of like...
Do you agree? Do you disagree?
Yeah, like...
Am I wrong? Did I get that wrong? The book?
Like, was it supposed to be symbolism there at the end? Or was it actually just raining on Arrakis?
Just give us your thoughts on the movie.
Yes, very much so. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching and hanging out with us. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you aren't already so you can stay up to date on all the Summerlin-based shenanigans. And unless you've got anything else...
I do not.
All right, guys. Well, you have a good one, and we will see you next time with another First Time. Bye.